All right, YouTube, today we got Morimoto sent me over a pair of some RGB LED headlights. I'm gonna show y'all how to take the front bumper off, all the steps to get to the headlights. I wish you didn't have to take the front bumper off, but I've already took it off once to install the Hellcat badge and these halos that I got on now. These are the waterproof halos that stick on the outside. The only thing with these headlights is you do got to switch over the intake tube to the new headlights if y'all have that option on y'all's Challenger. Get this tool right here, lift your car up, and you got these 3 push pins right here. I've already took them out before, so I'm probably gonna have to replace them because these are usually one-time use. I probably am gonna have to replace them this time. As you can tell, they're already loose. See, mine were loose, so they were easy to get out, but if they're not loose, you just want to get something and push through the middle and it'll loosen it up good enough for you to get them out. You do have a 10mm right here. And you do have one all the way at the top right here. 10mm right there. Alright, and there is the 10mm inside the fender that's all the way at the top. Probably will take a minute to get it up in there, but you'll find it. Oh, it is kind of tough to get to. And that's how I have to have it in there. You're gonna kind of have to stick your arm up in there. Once you get the bolt loose with the ratchet, it's kind of tough. This is a real tough spot. Once you get it loose, you just want to take it off and use the extension and the socket and just unscrew it with your hands is the best way. Be careful not to drop the nut down under your bumper. You'll be able to get it off, find it probably when you take the bumper off, but you don't want to risk losing it. Once you get it most of the way off, you can feel it, how loose it is. You could just reach up in there and untwist it with your fingers. I dropped it, but it fell out, thank God. There's the nut right there. After you take that top nut off, you have your side marker light. You want to take out that red pin on the bottom. You can get a flathead in there and push out the red pin and pop off the harness. You hear that snap? You can stick your finger underneath the clip and push that way to pop out the red pin, or you can get a flathead to push out the red pin. And just unplug your side marker light. That's it for this. Repeat that process on the passenger side. Now, for under the hood, you want to take out these covers. You don't want to take these, just these top 3. Top 3 right here, don't take those ones out. Now that those are out, I'm gonna set these aside. I do have to unhook the wires for all my halos. That's an extra step I have to do. But there is got one more bolt right here underneath the hood, right by the headlight that you gotta take off. That's another 10mm. Make sure not to lose it. Other one. Now that's it for the upper. Then you get a 7mm. And go underneath, and you have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 7mm you want to take off. That's it for underneath. You want to pop the clips out right here, kind of pull sideways. I know it don't seem right, but that's what you gotta do. Side's free. So you have these clips right here that clip into the side of the fender. You want to get those out. Then you have these two right here. You don't want to pull hard because you don't want to snap these. Slowly so that way you don't hit your paint. Put both your hands right here. Draw slowly. Voila. Whole front bumper. Now you have access to the headlights. You have 2 bolts down here and 1 bolt up top. You got the bumper off. You got 3 8mm. That little plastic clip, it's for the intake tube light. Voila, stock headlights are out. Now on the stock headlights you do have to take out the intake tube, which should be these 3 bolts right here. Looks like a 7mm. Alright y'all, you want to get the new headlight, and if you do have the intake tube option, there's 3 little tabs in the back. You want to push them, push on the tabs until you see them pop. Pop this little centerpiece out. I want to keep this wrapped up until I get it installed. And on the stock headlight, you got 3 bolts, 3 7mm bolts. You want to take the intake tube out. I did clean mine up a little bit. It does have a lot of water spots on it. I got some waterless wash in a rag and cleaned it up. Just like that. You want to get your 3 7mm bolts and start them by hand. you're using a power ratchet like mine, you want to make sure to go real slow, because this is plastic. You do not want to over torque these. I recommend just using a regular ratchet. Like I said, I wouldn't go too tight, just till you feel it get pretty snug. It should be good. Just like that. You got your intake tube installed. There's two tabs, two little holes. You want to make sure the tabs go through those holes before you tighten it down so you don't break the tabs off. You'll feel when the bolt gets tight. Alright, just like that, they're ready to install. Plug and play. Plug in the intake tube and the headlight. This wire you feed through the radiator support underneath, and you connect both of the headlights together. There's a stud right here. I'll make sure to put that in first. You'll feel it kind of snap in. Make sure to start all of them by hand to get everything lined up perfectly. Now once everything's started by hand, always go over it by hand with the regular ratchet just to feel how tight it is. Lets you know when to stop. You can't tell when you're using a power ratchet. You can't tell how tight it's going. Just like that, it's installed. Like I said, you want to feed this wire through this radiator support. I'll support everything with a zip tie. Connect your wiring harness. Make sure you hear it click. Intake tube. Make sure none of the wires get in the way of the intake tube. The little stud in, make sure it snaps in. Double check. and now you want to kind of tidy up your wires. Plug these two together, push in the red pin. Now I'm gonna clean those wires up, but first thing to do is to check to see if they work. Moment of truth. Just turn the halos on. There's the halos right there. I am gonna download the app real fast and check the colors. Alright y'all, finally got the app connected. It was a little trouble for me to get it connected, but it kind of connected by itself. It just kept going on and off the app. You kind of got to hold the phone up to the headlights. Man, they look good. Finally got rid of the LED strips on the outside. Looks a lot more cleaner. Do fade, you can do strobe. Alright, once y'all get y'all's wires zip tied, you want to make sure to keep it off the radiator because the radiator kind of gets hot. You want to zip tie them out of the way of the radiator. Now it's time to install the bumper. If you have two people, it is the best. It's a lot easier. But if it's just you by yourself, you want to be very careful. Very careful when you put it back up. Alright y'all. You want to get somebody to help you put the front bumper on. It's a lot easier. I needed help because I have a Hellcat badge that I have to plug in, and I can't put the bumper all the way on and plug it in at the same time. So it's a lot easier to have someone help you put it on. Love the look, it looks good. I love how the insides of the light is black instead of chrome. I love that. Turn this off. Alright, let's get this put back together. I feel like gloves mess me up, so you don't drop it. Screw it on by hand. I usually only use these to take parts off, and whenever I'm gonna tighten something down, usually use a regular wrench. I got the 7mm underneath. You want to make sure that these thread in. These sometimes can be hard to line up. I'll make sure to start them by hand. Get them lined up. And that's it for the bottom. Now for the top, put all your plastic clips back in. Now there is an installation guide for these, and this is the bolt that you turn to adjust your headlight, your low beams. And it says to park against a garage door, which I don't have one, but park against a wall or a garage door. And they have the measurements and everything. So if y'all want to fine tune your low beams, I'll put the link for the installation guide in the description. Let's put these back in. Got fingerprints all over. I'm gonna have to detail underneath again, but just like that, under the hood is done. Now for the fenders. Alright. You do got this 10mm right here, right in the front. It's 10mm. The 10's installed. Now this is the trickiest part. Putting it on this bolt that's up here at the top of the fender right here. Gotta have mechanic fingers for this one. Gotta find out where it is. Without trying to drop this nut. This is the worst part. The worst part of the installation is this nut right here. Got it. Got it. Tighten it down with your fingers, tight as you can. See? Woo! Worst part of the installation is that right there. Now you could take your wheels off and take the fender liner down a little more. It's really just unnecessary. After spending 20 hours tightening that bolt down up top, last step is make sure to plug in your side marker. Make sure you hear it snap. Put your clip back in. That's it. Alright, so out of these pins, I think this is the pin I'm going to use right here to replace the stock ones. Like I said, I've done this before, so I reuse the stock ones first, but I'm not going to reuse them again. I think this is the ones I'm going to reuse right here. Put that in, put this in the middle, push it in. Flush. Man, that's nice. Yes, it's better than the stock ones. And this is the best option I found to put this top bolt in. So it does take a while. It hurts my arm, but you kind of gotta hold the back. You gotta put this arm in there, hold the back of the ratchet, and use this the other hand, and just keep going for a good while. That's the best I found for that. Spill these. There we go. Stock one's replaced, so that's done. All right, after spending another 10-15 minutes tightening that bolt and destroying my arm, don't forget to plug in your side marker. Put in that 10mm bolt right there. The new clips are in. These are the old ones. Lower your jack. Just like that, y'all. Everything's back together, installed. Man, I love the new look. I hated seeing the LEDs on the outside of the headlight. Looks great. Right, y'all. That's the installation of the headlights. Morimoto sent over some new bulbs for my wife's Hyundai. I am gonna do a little installation video on that as well. I'll probably just do a little short video. I'm gonna get y'all some B-roll footage of the headlights. See y'all on the next one.